Hello, everyone. Welcome to our project, AlFa. And today we have a very special guest, Anna Vyakhireva. And we are very excited about this.
Yeah.
Hello. And so Anna is born in Russia, of course, and she started playing in Zvezda, where she already played since 2011 European Cup, EHF Cup, and also Champions League. And then went to Astrakhanowska, also playing EHF Cup and just the EHF Cup. And then Rostov-Don in 2016. And then, of course, fighting for the first place in Russia and the Champions League always. So it's been already a very good life in handball in Russia, and always fighting for the championship, and then also EHF Cup and Champions League. How do you feel about this, living in Russia and growing up in Russia? What were you like as a little girl?
It's just now I can compare how was it there and how it is here. Yeah. But yeah, it's easy to say that I know for sure that it was only handball in my life since I was a kid, because my dad was a coach, and anything I tried, anyway, always it brought me back to handball. So handball all the time, and I think I enjoyed more than I suffered, but there is always two sides, as you know. So yeah, it was quite good, but at the same moment I think it was too much at some moments. But looking at myself now, I think I did everything right. So yeah.
And in terms of personality, when you were a little kid, what was like your personality? Not like a handball player, but you.
I think it was like different stages. Back then, of course, I wasn't the same as I am now. I was good though. I played good since I was a kid, but when you're young, you don't know how to treat those abilities, right? And sometimes I was arrogant, I think, and I learned a lot during my career. Even not professional one, but the one was before. So I was different, and I changed during the life. Yeah. So yeah, now I can say that I'm the best version of myself. But yeah, sometimes I was bad.
That's good, because your sister is also a big reference for you as a handball player, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a shame that we didn't see each other that much, because we have like a huge gap.
How many years?
In age, it's 8.
8. I thought it was less. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, but it is.
Yeah. So she was always, were you playing together? You never played together because you start very young in your senior teams. You were always starting before because you were always so good, right?
We started to play together when I got in Zvezda, but she was pregnant back then. So we played maybe for like a half a year or a year. And I didn't play much that time because I just got in the team. So we started to play like normally together when I got to Astrakhan. And then, almost like every year we were in a club or a national team, we were together.
Okay. So do you feel like you chose handball because you really enjoyed it, or it was just what was everything around you and your family and everyone? If you didn't were around all of this, around all this handball, do you think you would still start to play handball?
It's really not popular in Russia, so I'm not sure about that.
Really?
Yeah. yeah.
For
it's
us,
like
we think Russian handball is so much.
It's because Russia is big, you know, and our community seems big for you, but comparing to other sports, it's like it's now getting bigger after Olympics in Rio and then last month. But before it was like really a small part of community there. So yeah, it's not popular at all. But it's hard to say now what I do or if I choose handball. But I think it's like both factors that I was surrounded by it, and as well I liked it a lot. Yeah, so I think it's not just one thing.
Yeah.
So you told us about it, the thing that Russia is not has not this culture of handball. So how do you do to go with to the professional stages? Do you have schools in handball? How do you do to go to the national teams and all the stuff?
We have schools, handball schools. We have really good coaches, but I think they are not enough appreciated. And yeah, we have like huge cities who love handball. But as I said, it's like it can be some small city in a country where like 80% of people, they know about handball, they love that. But if we take like big cities like Moscow, it's like, I don't know, maybe 1% of people just know about handball and they go there and watch it. In St. Petersburg, they just opened the club, which just got in Premier League. And I'm sure that people, they have no idea about the existence of handball. I'm saying like maybe it's a huge word, they know what handball is, but I mean they would never come and watch it. Especially now when there is just a local championship, it's kind of boring.
Yeah, because there's the top teams and then the difference is big, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And how does it work for players to get looked for a national team? Do you get like only the top teams get the best players and these players go to national teams? So if you are in a small club in Russia, can you go to national team? How does it work?
Yeah, it just depends on your talent and your hard work. This is a good thing that they see all of the girls and they are not looking at the club you're playing in. If you're good, you're in there. And we always have a big selection of players. And yeah, with the national team, there is nothing to complain about, to be honest, because they do everything they can for us, even though now it's hard, but still they have camps. They go for some weeks to train together. So yeah, they are not giving up on this. So yeah, it's not the same mood, of course, but
I was trying to understand if it's like, I know Norway, they have this handball schools, you know, that the girls move from their cities to study in this school and to also play handball. And then this is also together with the federation and the national team, because this is also very interesting for Portugal, because we don't have good system with the schools and we don't have good structure. So I'm really interested to understand how Russia has so much talent. And when you say that is not such a big sport in Russia, of course, it's a lot of people still, but how is this structure to go to national team? Do you go to, you know, like internat? Do you say internat in?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have some. I've been in one or two. Maybe, yeah, two. They were like in one region, but like different places. And it really works good because when I was, I think, 12, me and my team, we went in the first internat. It was like for us, we went in a school, but we were living together without parents. So it was quite good. Then we went when we almost finished, when we graduated and went in the university. We also had some lessons in the other places, like for more grown-ups. So it was kind of good. It was in Zvenigarad, and I think they still exist. So they take a lot of girls around across the country, and they bring it there if they want, of course. But it's not connected to the national team. It's just the government of the city, and they want to make it right and to bring people, so they play after for their team. And it's quite good for athletes, because I was there. I know how it is, and it's really, really nice that they help you with education and at the same time with practices. So they make your life much easier. So you could do both.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like maybe 2-3 cities who does that, but others is just. They make like sport classes. I don't know how you call this. It's like they make a class in a school of girls or boys who does sports, and they make a special schedule for them.
Yeah.
It's
like a sports school.
They could, so they could manage, but it's regular school, but they have like these classes. It's also very nice, I think, and the teachers, they help to these guys. But I wouldn't say that there is some system, it's like just depends on the wish of government. If they want to do it right, they make it, but I haven't seen it a lot. Yeah,
And
so maybe I was just lucky.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No, I was telling you, I was asking, how far were you from home when you were there?
With 12?
At 12, I moved out, but as you know, my father was a coach. Until the
he
period
was your coach?
Until the period I got in Zvezda, he was with me all the time, but I didn't live with them. But still, they were close. So for me, it wasn't that hard, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is it true? I heard that you are right-handed.
Yeah.
And that your father teach you to be left-handed.
Yeah. And that's
it true?
Correct. Yeah.
You are Nadal.
Like Nadal. Yeah. That's amazing. Kind of, your father is a genius. Every time you get a medal, you should say thank you. This is for my father.
Yeah, he knows that.
It's crazy. How was that process? Was that hard as a child because then I think that you must have learned more slow than the other children, right? Because in this beginning, when you try everything with your right and you put on your left, I think the beginning must have been much harder than the other kids, or?
You know how it goes when you are as a kid, you know nothing. You just come, you shoot as you see, and only after some months, if you will to stay, they start to teach you properly how to do things, to the technique. So I started with the right for maybe a month or two, and then I just started to do everything with the left. So it wasn't a big difference for me. I just was with every kids there and just doing the same as they, just with the left hand. So I almost didn't know how to do it with the right. I can do it, but
the level was still down, so it was okay.
yeah, who cares, right?
Yeah, nice.
So when you started to play with the national team in Euros and World Championship at youth age, you were already so talented and different from the others. What do you think you were so different from the others?
I always think it's my head still. Maybe I think different. I also know that it's my dad who taught me everything, and the technique I play with, it's quite different from other players. So, but I think the main thing is my head. I probably just think a bit different from other
so
players.
What does your head says to you?
It doesn't. It just turns off, to be honest.
Turns
and
off?
I don't think at all.
That's the best.
Yes.
That's
if you think too much, you're dead.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
my problem, to get to this point where you
I
don't think
know.
anymore.
I know, girl. This is hard. This is you teach yourself to turn off or turn on in the right moment. But
And
yeah,
how do you do that?
still managing.
Still learning.
But yeah, music actually helps me. Sometimes I sing during games.
Really?
Sometimes in my head, sometimes out loud, because it helps you to like think about something else.
You know, I'm singing in training every time, and my
It's the
coaches, but my coaches get mad at me, and they say,
Right?
"You're not focused in training." And like, no, but this is good. Like, I'm happy. I'm like free.
Look, coaches,
you know?
it helps. Yes,
Yeah,
it is. Sometimes dancing even. So
yeah.
body
That's
should be relaxed as well. So yeah, but everyone finds something for themselves, something that helps you to relax, to breathe normally, to do not panic and like overthink. So yeah, it just depends what you like, what you find for yourself, I think.
And do you think that, because you talk about your father, how he helps you a lot in this and to find your own style, because everyone, when you start to come to big games and big championships, everyone thinks, okay, she's small, she's different style, maybe she will not go so far in the high level. How do you feel after you're not with your father anymore and you change to the other club, to Astrakhan and everything? How was this change? Because before, maybe you feel safe to be 100% you and to play free. How can you still play the same way with different coaches? It must be different, right?
Yeah, it's hard and different in its way with every coach. But I think it's not a problem for me, as it's a problem for me to live with myself and deal with myself, because I'm the one who put the pressure on me, and I'm the one who push me all the time and don't let get the breath in. So yeah, it's just me and my head, and I think everyone struggles with it, because you know that you can do stuff, but you are the one who can stop you from progressing. Yeah.
That's so true.
That's true. Yes. So then, when you were in Russia, you moved to Rostov-Don, and you were so young at the time. I think 16, maybe.
No, the Rostov,
21.
21
Yes.
to Rostov.
Yes, 21. But you were young and you were winning everything. But do you think that like arriving to Rostov-Don was like a dream come true, or do you think like you were stay there until the end of your career?
No, I certainly didn't think that I will be there all the time. I knew that I will go abroad to try something new, but I really dreamed to win Champions League with the Russian club. And I tried my best, but somehow it didn't work out. But it's okay, there is still time. And I really liked it there. It was a new level for me, and I always try, if I change the club, I do it for a purpose to grow up, to be better me, to accept some new challenges. So it's always only about that, about the handball. Maybe some like life in a city, because I was like going from the small city to the bigger, and then it was bigger again. So no, but mostly I think about handball, and it was a huge challenge for me, because that team was like on top of the top on that moment.
For sure. And how was it like to go to 2 years, one after the other, going to the Champions League final and losing every time with one goal? How do you get back? How do you feel in this moment?
In this moment, you think that you want to quit. I think everyone feels that, because all your efforts, everything you put in this goal, and you don't achieve it, it's killing you. I don't know. It feels like some part of you is dying in this moment, because I mean, it was for nothing. But then you just learn to appreciate things that happen to you. Still learning, by the way. I'm really bad loser, but
that's also what
it's
it
a
makes
sport,
you
you
good.
know.
That's also what makes you a good winner, is being a bad loser, right?
Maybe, I hope, but yeah, it's still tough. I am not sure that there are people who knows properly how to lose, and I think if you do that easy, then it's not good. Yeah, as you say.
Sure.
So I don't know. You just come back because you love this, I guess. There is no some general recipe. Just with time, you forget things, and you just want to move on and start again and try again, because there are a lot of chances in front of you to do it again.
Yeah. I guess we all remember that semi-final in Rio against Norway, where when you play brilliantly, like it was a very good game.
Not me though. The team was really good, but I was so
but
lost. No, but
Really?
that's true. I felt terrible. I wanted to
What?
puke before but actually all Olympics, I was a kid, you know, and all Olympics before every game, I was shaking as a leaf. I was really bad. I felt that I will puke before every game, but before Norway, it was really bad. And during the
Really?
game also, I couldn't think. I was just, I don't know where I was. But it was a bit different, like with overtime, like
extra.
two halves after. Yeah, that was different. Then, like, I was kind of I
Game
turned
on.
my head back, but yeah, I was really bad.
So how do you prepare
nervous.
for that matches and this game?
I'm not sure you can prepare yourself. It's just it's excitement together with the huge nerves break. I think you feel that you will like break down right there, but it didn't happen, thank God. Yeah, but this is like really, this is scary feeling, to be honest.
But amazing
only
at
for
the
the
same
Olympics?
time. Sorry.
Huh?
I was asking if it's only for the Olympics or every time you play a huge game with Russia.
No, actually, like for example, last Olympics it wasn't the same. Like in Rio, maybe I just learned some things, or I don't know, but it was different. I was more confident, but still, it's a huge thing. Yeah,
Olympics is the last step, right? It's a different pressure.
Yeah,
even
for me, it's like the biggest thing ever.
Yeah. But it's good if you only feel it now with the Olympics, it means everything else is already normal. Because it's crazy.
I hope.
It's crazy for me that you play EHF Cup and Champions League since you are 16. Like it's...
Yeah, but you don't understand things then.
Yes, but then you get used to it, you know? Like it's just like every year you're there. Every year you're going through this. Every year, of course, you have more responsibility, different things, different everything, but you were there, you know, you were in this big lights, big space, a lot of people, everything. So I think even if you don't feel it the same way when you were young, because you don't think about it, you're already there. So it comes a little more and more and more. So I think that's really cool. I wanted to know, since when were you 100% in handball? What age did you start be 100% in handball?
9 or 10, maybe. Something like this. It was 5th.
100%?
Yeah, but no, but do you work when you play handball? Do you study when you play handball, or just handball?
I don't do things. It's just handball, and this is so annoying, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I can manage. Like, for example, studying for me, it's the same as handball. It's just if you do things, you do it 100%. So it's hard for me to manage two things
of course.
on time.
That's why I want to Since when did you start just handball? What age? When you go to Rostov or before?
It was Astrakhan, because I didn't study. So
no, but it's true. You are
it was just
completely
handball. Yeah.
100%.
I really admire people who can do both things.
But do you
like studying? But I think it's not the same, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I have this talk also, because I studied physio. I did university physiotherapy, and I regret that I didn't go when I was 17 to Norway, because I had some offer and I decided I will study. But now I want to do something. And every time I try to study and do extra, I feel like I'm not 100% in handball. I think it's not possible to be 100% and rest. The rest is so hard. And if you're not 100%, it's I don't know how people do it, really.
I think you can do it if you do like in Zoom or in internet or something like that. But going to school right now, it's impossible.
But for me, even the online, I mean, if you want to do something, if you want to really learn, then you should focus on it. You know what I mean? And if I do, like, for example, 2 practices a day as a professional handball player, you should rest in between. You should eat well. But if you're studying, you're doing something else in between this time. You're loading your brain with some new information. You're not getting rest to your body because you're like, you should lay down, do some treatments, maybe like, I don't know, some machines, whatever.
Recovery.
Yeah, but you 100% will not do it if you're studying, because you're focusing on something else, and you go back on a training and you cannot focus there because you're kind of tired. So I don't know. For me, it's really difficult. So I'm living this part of life like after handball. Yeah.
I agree.
So as a player, sorry.
No, nothing.
So as a player, how do you deal with pressure? Do you look as calm as you look?
Is your head as calm as you look? Because you look
exactly.
like you don't even show anything. You're just like zen. Really? When I watch you, I think every time, how is it possible? Really?
Actually, it's quite easy during the game. I don't know, if you enjoy it, you don't think about something. You know what you should do. If you prepare well, you just do your things. You will never jump over your heads or fall down lower than you know. But for me, it's a joy in the first place. But I didn't think like this all the time, you know. It comes with time. It comes maybe with ages. I don't know, but all the time while you're playing handball, you should learn how to deal with it. So as I told you, like on Olympics, I was crazy nervous. I was a kid and I didn't know what's going on around me. I wanted to play. I wanted to win. It's a huge pressure. I don't know how to deal with it. So first thing I did, I turned off my social medias. This is killing me. These people around, these comments, this feedback, even though it's good or not, at some point it helps you, but more often it just kills you. It brings you down. So on this moment I have only Insta, and I'm happy about it because I don't spend much time there, even though I try, but it's not my thing to do. And then you but you observe your body, you observe your feelings, especially your head, which I deal a lot with, and this is like my worst enemy. And the pressure around you is like, it depends. Everything depends only on you, how you manage things, how many things you like accept from around, you know, the borders. They're all yours. So you choose enjoy things or be or get pressure from them. So yeah, but it's hard though. I'm still learning, and maybe like when I'm done, then I will understand the secret. But yeah, it's not easy.
Do you have any help? Do you have like mental coach or anyone, or how do you get to this step, this stage?
Yeah, I did work with a psychologist, and she's my big friend, and I was really lucky to meet her on Olympics in Rio. She's Russian. We met there, but we started properly work only in Tokyo actually, and then on my break after. So this break was a huge step forward for me, because I really worked a lot, not about handball, but about my mental issues. Let's say, yeah.
No, but it's true.
So it is really important for everyone. I'm sorry, but all the athletes should treat their heads properly.
Yeah. Yes,
that's why we do this.
Yeah. So how do you came into this decision of having this break of handball? Because after winning the silver medal in Tokyo, normally you are happy and you are like crying, and we all saw that you are like sad. So when did you decide that you needed to stop?
It seemed like it was a decision, but I think there was nothing for me but quitting on that moment, because I wanted to take a break a year before. Like Olympics were supposed to happen 2020, and I wanted to stop right after. But then it was 1 year more, so I had to stay in business a year more, and it was a huge mess because I almost didn't play. I had a lot of little injuries. It was really stupid. It was like muscle rupture, like all over the body. I mean, the places you would never think you'd have to. So it was a mess, because I think my head played a bad joke with me. I mean, I knew that I need to rest, but I couldn't because I have a goal. Yeah, so it was kind of a year for me to wait to quit. So I was prepared for it like a long time ago, but I was just stepping on my neck and didn't let myself to have a proper rest, and just holding all my resources in here and trying to be ready for the Olympics, and just gave it all there. So it was like there was no other decision for me on that moment. Even though I don't know what I was sad about, I think it was mostly that we lost. And on the other hand, I was just so. It's like, just imagine that for a year you're holding yourself in a frame. It's like you just cannot let yourself break it, like to drop it. You're just holding for a year, and then you're like, I'm done. I did everything, and then my emotions went out. I didn't even want to talk about it there and then, but I don't know why I did it, and it was quite emotional for me, and I guess for people. But I mean, it just happened. I guess I just lost myself in that moment, but that's okay. The goal was kind of achieved, not the best, but it was good. So yeah, it was nothing left for me then. So I knew that it's gonna happen.
It's crazy for me how you could do one entire year when your mind was already so hard and your body was showing it, How could you, what's kept you, was it just the goal of playing the Olympics? But how did you went day by day? Because I know what it's like to have a goal and to decide I'm going to do this. But the problem is that every day going to training, get pain, get hurt day after day after day. How did you keep going for 1 year?
It was terrible. It's like you come on a practice you just want to cry. You don't want to do this. You don't want to see people. You don't want to see this fucking ball. You just don't want to do anything. And probably because of this way of thinking, my body said, okay, you don't want this, then yeah, get this. But it was terrible, actually. And I'm sure if I could treat myself different at that period and try to think different and motivate myself different on these things, I would do better and I would survive it easier. But I am really glad that it happened, because it also teach me for right things, how to do things. And yeah, but it was terrible, to be honest. Yeah, quite experience.
That's hard. That's really hard to hear, because we all play and it's really
I know
hard.
we all feel the same way someday. Yeah.
Yes, and you have to get up in the morning, but in the same way you are motivated. But I can imagine what it's like to do this a year. So,
And I
congratulations
think,
for your mental strength, because I think it's something else.
and I think people don't understand that it's hard to continue doing something that you don't want to do. But in handball, this is not just a mental problem. You are going to training and you're going to get more pain. You're going to get hit.
Yeah, it's physical.
It's physical also, it's not just the mental fight. It's the mental and the physical. Like if you think, okay, today I don't want to go to training, I have no patience, blah, blah, blah. And if the training was just video, or if the training was a yoga stretching session, that's okay. But you're going to 1-against-1, shooting, defense, everything, So it's so much more than just a mental fight. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I think here we should also speak about the support. We don't speak about family and stuff. It's all like clear. But I want to talk about like teammates and coaches. I mean, not everyone know how to treat people beside you. It's just really like, I think it should be some extra lessons for people how to treat your friends, your teammates, because we all go through this shit. I'm sure of it. We all get stressed, and it is really important in this period to have it shouldn't be friends, you shouldn't be a family, but you should do things for each other because you have similar goals.
Of course.
I don't know, but I think they should give lessons for that.
It should be minimum in handball. Everyone needs to have this minimum for every team, every player, everything.
It's like an audition for a team. You should bring your resume in.
So in that year, who was like your biggest support to keeping all that year long?
I think it was my ex-husband and my sister. And I had only like in a team, I had only her and my other friend. So yeah, it wasn't good enough. So I had a lack of this as well. So maybe if I had the like right people around me, maybe it would be easier for me on that period.
It makes a big difference. But it's funny. It's funny because Rostov looks like a together team, like it looks like all of have fun and all of are together, but it's crazy to,
it can be different for everyone.
You never know the behind the curtain,
Never, ever.
Yeah. No. It's crazy. And when you made this break, did you think it was just some time, or did you really think it's finished?
I was thinking it's gonna be a minimum year. Then I would see. And for real, I had a great time. Even though I didn't do things, I just enjoyed the life. I could spend the whole day on the sofa, which I've never done before. And it can sound like a really lazy stuff, but people
don't understand.
Athletes, they never do that. So for them, it's like it's a huge deal to be able to spend the whole day on the sofa. It's like wow. So yeah, it was a half of a year doing like nothing, I was working with my psychologist. I was trying to put my head on the right place. And I tried, I was going on the dancing classes, just
Really?
to do some physicals on the same time, like to relax there. But
What dancing? Latin dancing?
no, it was
Salsa?
different things.
Classic.
I tried. I was like, it was a period, when like we talked about education. It was a period when I wanted to try myself in different things. So yeah, that was quite a thing. But no, I mean, I like this, but mostly just for myself at home, not with other people. So I also try to learn some languages, and that is also kind of a distraction. So I just tried some things to beside handle, and yeah, even though I didn't find anything, it was fun. It was good to relax, and it was a totally right choice.
Yeah. And did you travel? Because we cannot travel when we want.
We have no freedom when we are athletes. People don't
That
understand this.
Yes, that was really cool actually, because if you know, me and Dasha Dmitrieva, we took this break like at the same
Really?
time, and we went together on Maldives, like in the middle of the season. That was crazy because, as you said, you never do that, and it was so weird. Like, usually if you go on vacation, if you have time, you are like going in the gym every day,
Yeah.
maybe
Running.
twice a day. You cannot rest properly. But that one was like we're normal, regular people, just enjoying ourselves in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, it was quite cool.
That's really
Yes,
nice.
but it's also cool because it's cheaper to travel in I don't know, November or December.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because the
normally.
I don't
summer.
know.
Yeah, the summer is when everyone goes. So you were
It
smart.
depends where you go. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
But how did the club react when did you have the pressure from the club that you couldn't stop also, or was it always just the pressure for yourself?
No, about the year of patients from my side, they knew about it. So I told them a year ago before I quit. So they were ready for it. The national team and the club, they knew that I want to stop. And yeah, for them, it wasn't a surprise. I would never let people down that way because no, it's not in my nature. I'm too responsible.
Yeah. But did they accept well, or they didn't understand?
No, they were actually okay. But on that moment, I also had another goal. It's to be mother, to become one. And they, I think, understood more this part of life than the part that I just needed a break. So for them, I think it was easier when they were told that I want to get pregnant. But I don't know.
But
I
they were
think, I
good.
think so, at least, but I don't know. Yeah, they were supportive and they were nice. So yeah.
That's good.
And your family, they were also supportive?
Who?
Your family.
Yeah, but no one asked them. I mean, it's my decision.
Yes.
They just get the information.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
And how was it to come back? Did you plan it? Because you said you wanted to stop 1 year and then you just did half a year. Was it because your head was better faster than you expect? How was this happening?
Actually, I didn't want to. But on that period already started talks about the new season. December is a month of this talks. So even though I didn't play, I got calls, and even I didn't want to, I started to think about it. But I got a call from the club as well, and they said that it will be nice if I'd be back. They didn't put any pressure on me, but they were like, if you want to, yeah, you can come and try and so on. And I was like, yeah, why not? Maybe I should do some physicals. So I went in a gym. I started to do things there. but I think it just came up on a period. It was quite a mess in my life in that moment, because I decided to divorce with my husband, and I decided like kind of a start a new life. Also, I think it's because I worked with my psychologist and I realized what I'm doing wrong in my life. So and probably I needed this in that period, so it kind of saved me because I really brought out a lot of emotions on the trainings. So it was cool. I think it was all in the right moment. I went in the gym, I started to work. It was okay. I didn't feel sick as I felt before, so I went in a hole on the court to try a ball maybe and those things, and then I felt it's quite nice. It's okay. It's not hurting anywhere. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. You can try. And then I just got inspired suddenly. I don't know, and it just came back.
The feeling was still there.
Yeah.
And then you decided to come back, and then this thing of the war happened. So how did you manage all of this decision of not playing European competitions and international? So it must have been hard. Like you do this break, and then you come back, and you cannot play like AHF anymore, Champions League anymore.
That was rough, to be honest, because this is the biggest part why I wanted to play again, because you have goals when you're coming back. So the Champions League was the biggest one. And then everything went down. And maybe for me, this amount of games was even better on the moment, because probably physically I wasn't prepared for something more, but we will never know that. But yeah, it wasn't easy, let's say. But for me, in that moment, I just wanted to play handball. So I was glad about any games that happened on that period. So yeah, it was just about handball for me.
The Russian championship continued normally? So you had the games
now
from...
they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, was this also one of the reasons why you changed for Vipers in Norway, or was it already a decision you made before all of this happened?
No, it was because of Champions League, because we didn't play one, and I really wanted to. And no, we decided with the Vipers in end of June.
Yeah.
So it was quite late.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing about the news and I was like, what?
Yeah, I had the same reaction, believe me.
So what's the biggest difficulties in Norway?
I cannot see my friends, I guess. This is the worst. But on another hand, everything is really cool here. I enjoy handball. I enjoy life. They are quite slow here, but that's fine. Everyone has its own issues. Yeah, they're like, they don't care. Anything they do. Yeah, but I mean, no, but I don't know how to say. They are relaxed. Like I was here
they're
for
like
months.
Chill.
For months or two, I was without documents at all, and I was panicking as hell. I mean, like, what the hell? What should I do? Where I should go? And they were like, just relax. It will come. It's gonna be okay. You know? Yeah, but then, when it all got right, when I got all the papers and stuff, and I'm quite settled down now, and I haven't got any trouble so far.
So for you, the hardest part has been just handball, friends and family not being close to you. So in handball, it feels the same to you?
Yeah, I mean, I come on the practice, I enjoy it. I go home. Games are the best to play. Whatever happens, it's fun. So yeah, it's cool.
Nice. If you could go back and tell yourself something to help you through these bad moments, what do you say to yourself?
Oh man, that's a good one. I guess it would always be, don't think what others think of you.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Focus on yourself. It sounds so easy and it's so hard, right?
Yep. It's one of the hardest things ever.
And another question, like, did you regret anything?
I don't think so. I mean, it's probably not original one, but you know that you see it yourself now in the mirror, and everything you've done before brought you there, brought you here, who you are now. So no, I think it would be stupid to do.
Can you tell us about a funny story that you have lived in handball?
Huh?
The more
A funny
funny.
story,
No, I
like
get it.
something
I get
that
it.
you
But
live.
I have one funny story with you.
what?
When we because we are the same age in we
No, I
started.
remember you from the
Yeah.
junior teams.
But there was one time, I think it was the first time you came to Portugal, but you came with the older, maybe under 19, and we were under 17. And I played for the under 19 and you also. And it was in Portugal, and there was disqualification for something. And I wasn't playing so much because I was younger. You were playing a lot, of course. And then you probably don't remember me because I played like 30 seconds because the coach told me, Mariana, your only job is to go inside and you need to stop Vyakhireva. She's going to do this and she cannot go over. And I'm like, yes, let's go. I go inside. You make exactly your favorite and I don't even touch you. And they make zoom in the camera. This was on Portuguese TV. And they make zoom on my face and I'm just like, oh. And the coach, Mariana, to the bench. So I played like 30 seconds. You make one against one on top of me, and I go to the bench, and my coach, and then
I'm so sorry.
So until
This
today,
is fun.
every time we play against you, if I stop your rotation of your arm, I'm like, yes, finally, like a trauma, you know?
Yeah. I get it.
It's nice.
That's fun. Yeah.
Do you have any crazy stories from national team or from your teams or something?
Or in a
I
match?
sure do for sure. You know, it's always happened something, but there is always. But I'm so short on the memory. I mean, I'm really bad at it.
Any crazy parties? Any
Always, I mean,
forgets?
parties. I'm good at parties, so they're always
You are?
good. But
Hey, we had a talk with Michaela Messing from Sweden.
yeah,
She's from our age also. Remember her?
Yeah.
And we were talking about there was a party we have in a European championship under
World
17.
Championship.
in
World?
Denmark, no?
No, in Croatia.
In Croatia, we had.
Oh,
So it was the
yeah,
second.
it was the last one. It was the
Yeah.
last one.
And Sweden made a party, and it was Sweden, Portugal, and Brazil. But I don't know why you weren't there. The Russian girls were not there.
Because they were in the finals and it was another city.
But that was a crazy party. That was
I
really-
remember one with them in Montenegro.
Yeah, we were
With
all
Sweden.
Podgorica.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
we were in
there,
Bar.
but we weren't in this party.
I think we were in Bar. It was different city probably also.
Ah,
But that was, I mean, yeah, every championship means a huge party after. So yeah, it was always fun.
that's really cool.
Yeah. But, you know, you always, it's like things you cannot talk about. So
Yeah.
there should be something else. But I'm sorry, but it's really hard to remember
Yeah, I
the
know.
things like all of a sudden.
Are you
So,
this? Are you this responsible player also outside the court? Are you like you never forget about anything? You're always on
No,
time.
I'm super. It's just handball. In handball, I keep myself really responsible, but in the rest of things, I'm really bad. I mean, it's just not my thing, and I think I just let myself to relax at this point, because for me now nothing that matter as handle. So I'm trying not to give a thing to anything else beside of it. Just do not bother.
So you never forgot your passport or something like that?
I wouldn't be sure about that, but
because that's that's me. Like until I
think that happens to anyone. No?
Well,
No,
I don't know.
No.
I once forgot my uniform.
Oh,
and I realized it was another country. So I found out it only there, and it was really bad. It happened once in my life and never again, because it was huge.
But you didn't play?
No, because I had no t-shirt. But I was lucky that it wasn't that important game, and it was okay.
Nice.
So, if you could tell us one best friend in handball, who would be?
I would say Vika Barshenka. She plays in Portugal now, by the way.
Yeah. Did she love it in Portugal?
Yeah, she enjoys it a lot.
She's with her boyfriend, right?
Yes.
Yeah, life in Portugal is amazing.
Oof, yeah, you don't say.
Maybe if it continues, maybe Benfica and some other clubs start to play Champions League, maybe we meet all in Portugal in a couple of years.
It would be nice. I mean, I'm really waiting actually for a club in Spain, because it's kind of a dream. Yeah, but I think I will be really old when they do that.
Ending of career, really relaxed.
Yeah, no, I think I will be like 50 or something, but...
You will still play at 50?
No way. But I mean, they will get there when I will be 50, probably.
Well, but you mean high-level Champions League?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But when it's the end of your career, it will be fine if you just go to the group phase, or?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, then you just choose the place to enjoy yourself, I think. Yeah. What do you do now, by the way? You're in Germany in the same club you were last
year. I'm in Bayer Leverkusen.
Oh, yeah.
And Jessica.
But you were in another one, like...
I was in Thüringer.
Okay.
Yeah. We were going to play Champions League, but then it was this year where Germany was not having two teams in Champions League, just one. So then it was like this...
Shit.
I signed when we were second place, just difference in goals, not just losing, just goal difference. Second place, and everyone says we're going to play Champions League, everything. And then in July, they say, oh, this team from Serbia signed for Champions League, so there's just one place for Germany.
Yeah, that's a disappointment.
But if you find me a place in Vipers, I'm happy to come.
Yes, I'm good also. Doing the water or everything.
Yeah, we can do all the shitty jobs. We are fine. We can.
I'm good at cooking, so I can make you like this.
Oh, then you just work for me, not for Vipers, because I'm terrible at cooking.
Really?
I mean, I'm not terrible, but I just don't like it. No, I don't like to bother. Cooking. No.
I think that's my therapy. For me, like what you
really
finding other things to think about, for me is cooking.
My God, you're a weirdo.
No, it's better than dancing alone in the middle of a game.
No, I'm not. No, but actually now I'm like into computer games, so really? I'm a weirdo too. Yeah,
which
but
one?
This is the best. It's different all the time, but this is the best distraction for me.
Yeah.
At least.
Then
what
your
do you
head.
Play?
I like killing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. I saw you were knitting as well.
Yeah. Actually, I started, and it's quite fun.
You can't be in Norway and not knit. That's so funny.
But I just like, while I'm here, why wouldn't I try it? And it's quite fun. Yeah, they also teach me to manage a Rubik's Cube.
Ooh, why is everyone with the Rubik's Cube now? It's funny.
But this is fun, but you get boring because it becomes really easy.
When you know the routine.
Yeah. So you're trying. So now I'm knitting. I would never, if I would like a year ago, I would never say that I will start it. But
I also started. I was in Sweden and I also started knitting. I've been knitting a lot. So
really,
now next
so you're
year,
a pro now.
I get bored. Like I start a lot of projects.
Really,
I don't finish them because I find something else to do, and I'm like, oh, now I start this.
Okay.
No, but maybe next year we have a new talk, and then you come with your new sweater
Oh, I wish, maybe.
that you knit.
You did this yourself?
No, not this one, but I have one. Next time. Next time I show you my knit sweater.
Okay.
In season 2.
Season
Yeah.
2. It was fun, or?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think, yeah, it's really nice to see the other side of you, because we all know you as this superwoman, this amazing handball player, MVP, everything. So it's really nice to get to know the real Anna a little bit. And I hope to see you playing for many, many more years. And if you need a break again, we all understand, we all will go through this, but I'm happy that you still find your joy in handball and come back. It's really good.
Thanks, really appreciate it a lot.
It was really nice. I hope that everyone learns a little bit more how to get out of these hard moments with an example like you. Like, everyone gets through it. Everyone, even if it's the lowest league or the highest league at the highest level, everyone goes through the same, and we're all in this together. So we just need to keep going, because handball is fun, right?
Yeah, the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
See you
thanks,
next time.
girls. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. See
Bye.
you. Thank you so much.